Hey y'all, it's Indigo here, back with another round of Grand Arena Championships. This is the last match of week 3 of 3v3. So let me show you guys how this one went. So I was up against, a decently tough player, and I knew I had to be efficient, okay? Because I really needed to pull out a win after my lost last round. I don't like to lose two or three in a week. One loss is okay. I don't want to lose twice. So let me show you guys this round, okay? It's crazy. So let's take a look at the board here. Okay, up top, he's got Shakti with some clones. He's got Bosk Bounty Hunters. He's got Grievous. And then he's got Akira, Dengar with Nest. Okay, so not too bad, not tough or anything. Some banner stealers on there. I kind of got a plan of what I'm going to do for them. And let me go ahead and show you guys the bottom, because that's where we're going to go first, taking out his bottom section to see what he's gotten back. So he put Darth Revan down. He put Gas down, which is my nightmare squad. Give me all kinds of trouble this season. And then he's got First Order with Red Trooper in there instead of Executioner. So let's go ahead and take out the Darth Revan. I know what counter I'm going to use for that. And it's a Jedi Knight Luke with Shakti and Hermit Yoda. And every other time I've used this, so far they've been putting HK down instead of Malik. And I think HK is a little bit harder, because right away he'll one-shot and take out Shakti. Well, this way you saw Malik drain her. She still could stay alive for a little bit, soak up another hit from somebody. And right there, unluckily, it was 2 Malik drains that she got. But she did her job. It's just to go first and call that Heroes Arise and slow the other team down. And then after that, she's just kind of a punching bag. And she took up 2 drains for me, so I guess that's good enough. Take out Malik there, and now it's just Darth Revan to deal with. Try to heal up, stay as healthy as I can. Not going to get banners for full protection or anything like that, but I just don't want to accidentally lose this by doing something stupid. So there we go, 49 banners for that match. That's fine. We'll move on to the next one, and it's his gas. And so for this one, okay, I wasn't going to fuck around. I've been trying to use gas mirrors, and I've had no luck with those, even with my R8 gas against their R7s. So I took in C, and I took in Sith Empire Trooper and Marauder. I figured, Marauder hits kind of hard, and Sith Empire Trooper is pretty tanky. He should be fine. So I don't know that C can solo this team. Maybe he can. Maybe you guys have tried it. Let me know in the comments, because I try not to solo anything, especially not in 3v3. It seems pretty risky. So I took in the full team. I've got C in there, got Gas sitting down, trying to make progress on who I can. You notice when he sits down, it's like the link goes away, so can't really do anything with the special move once I get it. It's like really slow progress to get to the ultimate. And that's what I want, to be able to kill the 2 side characters and then have a lone gas to deal with. So I got him sitting down again, and at this point I'm just like, come on, can I kill somebody? Can I do something? I don't know, maybe I should have gone after Rex first, killed him, and it would have been easier. Pop the sacrifice and then be able to kill Super Rex one extra time. Or whether he would have done some serious damage to my guys, I'm not sure. And right there, he ended up taking one out. So I guess it didn't matter. Maybe I should have used Crew as the tank, huh? It'd be kind of a good tank to be able to tank out those big hits like that. Well, I got rid of 5s finally. I still got Rex to deal with. This is like the 3rd time Gas has stood back up. So trying to get him down before he does any more damage. Top up protection there. There we go. Now it's just Gas. But look, as soon as he gets up, he just lays waste to my Marauder. And Marauder is pretty tough to deal with anyway. but he went down like nothing. So now it's 1v1, and I'm like, oh, did I make a wrong move? Surely Gas can't beat C, and he didn't, thankfully. So I was able to win, even though it was super ugly. So far, those two matches have taken out enough points of like what it would be if they had put GLs on defense, you know, real low banner wins. So here we are in the last match of the bottom zone here, and I gotta take out this first order Crew, Kylo, and Red Trooper with my EP, Vader, and Thrawn. And I've been using this counter. I think last time I used JTR, and that works too. I think this one's a little bit more reliable. You see I was able to take out Red Trooper kind of straight away, just get him out of there. And then once he's out of there, I try and keep ability blocks on somebody so that way when Thrawn hits them, they'll just get stunned. And then after that, you can control them with shock and fracture. Shock for the healing immunity, of course, so they don't constantly heal from all the debuffs that you're going to give them. But that's what I'm trying to do, is just land ability blocks and then have Thrawn shoot them, and that way they can get the stun, like I did to Crew right there. That way it keeps him on the sidelines. Just take him out, though, with the Cullen Blade. Now I've got Kylo to deal with. His constant counterattacks are a little bit annoying, but I should be able to take him out no problem. Put some more dots on him, go into Merciless, and boom with the Cullen Blade. So not too bad, 52 banners there. That'll open up the back zone, see what he's hiding in back there, and look at what he's got there. So he's got his own Sith Eternal Emperor in the back. See, he's got the Beskar Mando, he's got Mon Mothma. So not too bad, just one GL to deal with. So that means he kept the other three for offense, but he doesn't have his Darth Revan and Gas to work with. So it's going to be a little bit tricky for him to get through the things that I put down. And I'll tell you about that. I don't know if I took a screenshot. If I did, I'll include it. But I'll tell you how it all ended up and everything. So now that we know what's back there, let's go ahead and start taking these out, and then we'll make a plan. So what I'm going to do is go up top, and that way I can uncover his ships and see what he's got there. So I'll clear off the top zone, then I'll figure out what I'm going to do for the back ground, and then we'll do ships last. So, okay, you just heard me say about how I don't like soloing things, especially in 3v3, but I guess this is different. So I figured this would be a chance where I can get pretty safe use of my Malak. I put on defense, I put Darth Revan with Bastila and HK, because I've had opponents do it to me, and that's pretty tough to take out in threes. So you don't necessarily need Malak there. I'm not trying to get a hold. I'm just trying to take banners off. So that lets me free to use Malak here, and he can solo. My Malak isn't as tanky as he should be. I think he's got tenacity and all that. I should add some more protection to him, because he does get a little bit low here, and I'm not sure, since it's been a while, the correct order that I should be doing all this. Look at that. He got to the red, but it triggered his Jaws of Life. Isn't that the one where he gets the extra drains, like an extra turn, and gets to drain? So that's fine. That's kind of a safety net. I just need to not let that happen again. Need to heal back up so that way they don't accidentally kill me over here, because that would suck. And that would be the reason why I don't solo anything. So I don't want that to happen. I took out Shakti. Thankfully, she's not going to have the retribution and be able to heal them up and do all that stuff. Now I can start working on these clones. I just got to live. So that's what I'm trying to do. Go after one, then the other. And thankfully, my health is slowly coming back to me. So got rid of one. Now I just got a arc left to deal with. So we'll do some damage on him. He's got me in the yellow. That dang turret is doing some heavy damage. But thankfully I was able to heal up right there, and I end up finishing it off for 55 banners. So it worked out. It's just pretty risky. Now we're going to take out his bounty hunters. Bosk-led bounty hunters. And this time I changed up my teams. So I didn't put that CLS with 3PO team on defense. So I have him here to use as the lead to take the full strength team of CLS, Han, and Chewie against his bounty hunters. So I don't have to worry about making any mistakes where, it might be too weak. Normally I go Lando lead, and that works pretty well for the most part. But against these guys, I mean, his Django hits hard, and bounty hunters are pretty tanky under Bosk lead anyway. So I don't want to mess up. Like, I want to make sure I get everything down in one, because I'm thinking it's going to be an efficiency, and he's going to one-shot all my stuff, and I got to watch out and do as good as I can on banners. So there we go, 54 banners for that team. That's fine. I need a few more of those. So let's see. CLS done. Now I'm going after his Grievous. So this is something different that I haven't done yet this season, and it's taken in my gas team against his Grievous team. And you guys know you can take Rex with Arc and 5s against Grievous. You'll end up like between 48 and 50 banners. It gets pretty ugly. Here I got Gas. So Gas, I figured, okay, if I got him, that's going to be kind of a better cushion and make sure that people don't die and it doesn't get quite as ugly. But I don't think I was thinking about it when I played it and all that. I ended up killing a droid when he was kneeling down, and so there went the sacrifice. So I ended up losing banners that way. Only got 50 there, but it's still a one-shot win, so I'll take it. And then I just didn't want to mess around on his Scoundrel team and get hung up on Nest. So since I had it to spare and I wasn't going to use them for anything else, I went ahead and used my Triumvirate here. And obviously they're going to do a good enough job. You can isolate. You've got Scion to tank out some pretty heavy hits. And then once he gets his held by hatred, he's not going anywhere. The only thing you got to kind of worry about is that they like to favor Nihilus and take him out while he's still weak. Every time they hit the others, it's going to boost up his max health. So after a while, he can take the hits. But right at the beginning is where it's risky if they like to go after him. So thankfully, I don't have to worry about that in this instance, though. I've got Annihilate up, so we'll just take out Nest. And that's the end of her. And now I can take out Dengar just kind of at my leisure. He's not going to kill anyone. He's really good for stripping banners, though. Like, him and them dang thermals will get you for all your protection points and maybe some health points. It gets really frustrating with that. But thankfully, that was the last ground squad at the top. I look at his ships, and I'm like, okay, he's just got the Radis with Houndstooth, and then he's got the Thrawn Empire fleet that we see all the time. Okay, no problem. So that's there for fleet. We'll clear off the rest of these ground squads. My opponent hasn't gone yet, and this is, the next morning. So I don't know. I don't want to clear everything because I'm hoping he'll go and let me know if I have wiggle room or if I need to squeeze out extra banners. But I feel like, okay, I have to at least clear these ground squads off and see how this goes. I've used this counter last round, I think, and I think I'm going to stop putting this team down. Like, if people catch on to this, it's a pretty cheap counter, in my opinion, to take this team out. It's Beskar Mando with IG-11 and Queel, and you can take them out with Bosk Bounty Hunters, Bosk, Grief, and Mando. So you don't even have to burn your Django or Boba. You can use them elsewhere. But just Bosk, Grief, and Mando, and they don't put up much of a fight. Like, you have enough durability that you can get in there and outlast all the hits. And then once you pop that contract, you just start disintegrating the enemy team. So that's all you have to do is just tank out the hits until it's time. So I'm working on getting the contract. Just focus on doing that. They do stun you. They do some damage to you. And that should be fine. It doesn't matter. Once you get that contract, you're in business. So now I have Disintegrate up. And I like to disintegrate Beskar Mando to begin with. They don't have to worry about whistling birds and you know, that damage immunity thing that he does. I don't know. You don't have to fiddle with any of that. So now you just try and take out whoever you can, and if you can take out one, you can disintegrate the other. So I'm able to get over here to Quill. I'm trying to take him out. They heal up a little bit. It's just, you know, you just keep throwing damage at them. Eventually you either get them or disintegrate them. But you just keep healing yourself up. You can see I'm in no danger of dying. I've got plenty of health and protection. So now that Quill's gone, I've just got IG-11, and look, disintegrates up. There we go, 54 banners, and it's an easy, cheap counter. So I don't know if I'll use that team again. And now I'm going to take in, against his C, I'm going to take in my Supreme Leader Kylo. I've been saving him for offense. I know there's other counters, but like in 3v3, it's so hard to use a counter team outside of Galactic Legends to kill another Galactic Legend. So I do tend to save my Galactic Legends to battle theirs. It's just so hard to come up with a counter team where in a 5-man squad, like, that barely works. If things go wrong, you'll still lose. It's a counter team for a reason. So there's no way it's going to work in 3s except under certain circumstances. So I don't like it. I'd rather just do this and not have to mess with it. And I can just take my Kylo in there and it's easy. If Kylo can take out a 5-man squad, he can take out 3 just fine. And that's 55 banners right there. Alright, we just got these last couple ground battles to get through, and then it'll be on to the ships. So, for the Mon Mothma team, I'm bringing in my crew with Fox and then Watt. The reason Watt's good here, if you guys don't know, is the weapons tech. Throw the tank tech on crew, and that way they have to target him and do damage to him, and he's pretty tanky anyway. And then throw the weapons tech on Fox, and that way his ramping damage, he'll be able to ignore defense, and so his hits are going to hurt a lot more. And then once he kills somebody, they can't revive. So I don't have to worry about Mon Mothma bringing anybody back from the grave. So just keep working on who I can get to. In this case, it's Kara. She keeps going, and she's got the taunt. Really doesn't matter. As long as your crew is tanky enough, they're not going to get through him. And they don't have any big, you know, AoEs to hurt Executioner. So you just let them pound away on crew. And then when it's your turn, you just attack and keep doing damage to Kara until you kill her. So I got her down to the yellow. Watt keeps going, throws dots, whatever. Executioner goes, finishes Kara off. Now I just got to worry about taking out his scout. I got him stunned, so he can't do anything there. But all he can do when he comes out is still go after crew. Really doesn't matter. Once Executioner gets to go a couple times, he'll be able to take him out, no problems. So there we go. Did almost enough, got him into the red, but that'll do it right there. And then Mon Mothma just goes away. So there we go, pretty simple and easy. And it's all in that weapons tech, providing that anti-revive. Now I just got to take my Jedi in against his Newt team. I'm at a struggle on what to use versus Newt sometimes in 3v3. Newt goes so fast, gets so many turns, and gets to put extortion down that he can pretty much tear up any team that you're going to take in there that isn't something that's, you know, OP. And so I don't want to have that happen to me. I've had it happen a couple times where a Newt squad has just torn me up. Usually, though, that's when they have Django in there because he can put in some work in 3v3. And here, thankfully, I don't have to deal with that. But they did have B2 in there and Magna. And B2 can be good because all the debuffs, and that has synergy with extortion and everything. It kind of all works together. But if you just take out B2 straight away and you have a decent team, you don't have to worry about it. And so that's why I bring in Jedi Knight Rev in here, and that way he can direct focus. And then I've got Bastila for her buffs, for her stun, and the fact that she can call the assist. So that's good. And then Ezra with the double tap. He's only Relic 5, but he hits pretty hard. So if you guys have a Relic Ezra, I mean, definitely don't forget about him. He's worth using because he can be solid as a damage dealer here. And so that's what I'm using him for. I've just got Magna to take out. Got rid of him there. 53 banners. Not too bad. And that clears off all the ground squads. So I'm sitting pretty. I've just got ships left. And I was chatting with my opponent. He invited me to a chat. And, you know, we messaged a little bit. And I said, okay, I'll save some fun for tomorrow. And I saved my ships. And I woke up the next morning and was doing my ships. And I thought, I'll get some help. I'll get my guildmates to help me that are better at fleet than me. Because I don't know, you know, how to take these out efficiently at all. So I don't know what I'll do. Let me go ask somebody and get some help. And so my guildie, Yoda Force, was kind enough to step up and help zoom me through. Unfortunately, he led me down the path to ruin. Like, we fucked it up. It's a case of we're worse together than we are alone, because I ended up taking in my negotiator against his Radis, and they somehow just tore up my Anakin right at the beginning, and then it was like a losing battle of just trying to kill something. So I lost negotiator against Radis and had to go in with my rebels and like clean that up. And then he had the Thrawn fleet, and like, okay, I have malevolence for that, and I've used that before, but I took in my malevolence and I just couldn't make any headway. Like, he did have Relic Gauntlet and you know, R8 Vader in the starting lineup, but I don't know what happened. Like, I could not make any headway. He just had so much protection, and his bomber wasn't dying, and he killed my malevolence. And I would show you guys screenshots and recordings of this because it went just so terribly. But like I said, I was on Zoom, and when I do the Zoom, I can't also record my screen, or it will freeze the screen share in the Zoom. So I wasn't able to record any of that during the battle, like what all happened. But it was ridiculous. So it took me two fleets to kill one, and then I lost with malevolence on the other and took in my finalizer, and my finalizer did absolutely nothing. So I didn't even put a scratch on his Empire fleet. So that's how I left it right there as you see it, with just an Empire fleet. So as soon as I got done, you know, shortly afterward, he started going. And that's what happened to him. He likes to save his GLs for offense, and I was hoping I put, you know, Darth Revan in the front and some things, and that he burned his GLs up front. And in the back, I stuck Jedi Master Luke, and I stuck Rey with the armor. And so I put those two in the back, hoping that he would think I didn't set GLs, or maybe only one. And he went twice against my Rey with the armor, and he failed. And so he was stuck on her and stuck on, he didn't even try Jedi Master Luke. And so that was it. That was how the score ended up. Look at that, 2388 to 2302. I mean, I ended up getting the win. It was an ugly win, but hey, got the win, so can't complain too much, I guess. All I can say is I hate fleets. All right, so we'll see you guys in the next round. Week 4, last week coming up. So we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching my video, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share your comments down below, and hopefully you'll check out my other videos on my channel. Peace.